Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the cranial nerves. We will explore what these nerves are, where they come from, and then we will zoom in on the first cranial nerve, which is olfactory nerve. So, let's get started. What are cranial nerves? Cranial nerves are like the special communication lines between brain and rest of head, neck and some parts of body. We have total 12 pairs of cranial nerves. Okay? That's mean there are 12 nerves on right side and 12 matching nerves on left side. So, two of each. Now, what are the names of these cranial nerves? Cranial 1 is called olfactory nerve. Cranial 2 is called optic nerve. Cranial 3 is called oculomotor nerve. Cranial 4 is called trochlear nerve. Cranial 5 is called trigeminal nerve. Cranial 6 is called abducens nerve. Cranial 7 is called facial nerve. Cranial number 8 is called vestibulocochlear nerve. Cranial number 9 is called glossopharyngeal nerve. Cranial number 10 is called vagus nerve. Cranial number 11 is called accessory nerve. Cranial number 12 is called hypoglossal nerve. Here is the diagram of cranial nerves. Before we start, remember that we will go from the front of the brain to the back. So, this is olfactory nerve. It's optic nerve. This one is oculomotor nerve. This one is trochlear nerve. This one is trigeminal nerve. This one is abducens nerve. This one is facial nerve. This one is glossopharyngeal nerve. This nerve is vagus nerve. This nerve is hypoglossal nerve and this nerve is accessory nerve. Now let's zoom into first cranial nerve, which is olfactory nerve. Olfactory nerve. Its job is so simple. It carries smell information from nose to brain. It is a special sensory nerve because it only deals with one specific sense, which is smell. Let's talk about where does it start. In nasal cavity, there are three curved structures called superior concha, middle concha, and inferior concha. Above superior concha, there is a special patch of tissue is present called olfactory mucous membrane. Imagine it's a nasal cavity. Inside the nasal cavity, three curved structures are present called inferior concha, middle concha, superior concha. Above superior concha, a special patch of tissue is present called olfactory mucous membrane. Above olfactory mucous membrane, cribriform plate is present. Cribriform plate is a part of ethmoid bone. Above cribriform plate, olfactory bulb is present. In olfactory mucous membrane, smell receptors are present. These smell receptors are called olfactory receptor cell. Each olfactory receptor cell is a bipolar nerve cell. What does bipolar mean? Bipolar mean it has two branches coming out of it. The first branch is called peripheral process. The second branch is called central process. Peripheral process is also called dendrite. Central process is also called axon or olfactory nerve. This is the diagram of olfactory receptor neuron. Olfactory receptor neuron has two branches, dendrite, which is also called peripheral process, and olfactory nerve, which is also called central process. So overall what I mentioned that this is nasal cavity. Inside the nasal cavity, inferior concha, middle concha and superior concha is present. Above superior concha, olfactory mucous membrane is present. This is olfactory mucous membrane. Okay, this one. Inside the olfactory mucous membrane, smell receptors are present called olfactory receptor cells. As I already told that olfactory receptor cell has two main branches. The first branch is called peripheral process and the second branch is called central process. First of all, let's talk about peripheral process. From the peripheral process, many tiny hair-like threads come out. These are called olfactory hair. Imagine it's a olfactory receptor cell. It has two branches, central process and peripheral process. From the peripheral process, many tiny hair-like threads come out. These are called olfactory hair. Central process. Many central processes come together and make a bundle of nerve fibers. This bundle is called olfactory neuron. This bundle need to reach the brain. To do that, they pass through a tiny holes called cribriform plate. After crossing these holes, they enter into a special brain area called olfactory bulb. Imagine these are olfactory receptor cells. From olfactory receptor cells, central processes, these are central processes, come together and make a bundle called olfactory neuron. This olfactory neuron pass through the cribriform plate. This hole is cribriform plate. Pass through the cribriform plate and enter into the olfactory bulb. Olfactory bulb. There are three main cells present in olfactory bulb. These are mitral cells, granular cells, tufted cell. Among the cells present in olfactory bulb, mitral cells are the largest cells. When olfactory neuron enter into the olfactory bulb, it connect with the mitral cells and form a special round structure called glomeruli. Granular cells and tufted cells also connect with the mitral cells. Let's learn it from the diagram. It's a cribriform plate and these are olfactory neurons. These olfactory neurons are entering into the olfactory bulb. Inside the olfactory bulb, mitral cells are present. These mitral cells have axons and dendrites. Now, olfactory neuron and mitral cells connect together inside a special round structure called glomeruli. Olfactory tract. Olfactory tract starts from the back of the olfactory bulb. Think of the olfactory tract as a wire cable. It is a narrow band made up of the nerve fibers. Now, what's inside the olfactory tract? Axons of mitral and tufted cells. These axons bundle together to form the olfactory tract. When olfactory tract reaches a region at the base of the brain which is called anterior perforated substance, it is divided into two branches, lateral olfactory striae and the medial olfactory striae. Lateral olfactory striae. It is the bigger and important branch of the olfactory tract. It takes the smell signals directly to the primary olfactory cortex. Primary olfactory cortex is made up of periamygdaloid area and piriform area. Medial olfactory striae. It's a smaller branch of the olfactory nerve. It crosses over to the opposite side of the brain. To do this, it passes through a bridge of nerve fibers called anterior commissure. Why medial olfactory striae cross to the opposite side? So that smell information from one side of the nose can be shared with the opposite hemisphere of the brain. Let's understand it from the picture. It's olfactory bulb, this whole one, okay? And this is olfactory tract, which is present behind the olfactory bulb. Olfactory tract is further divided into two branches, lateral olfactory stria and the medial olfactory stria. Thank you so much for watching the video. Like, share and subscribe.